Hi, welcome in everyone to my channel, Firestorm Shan here. I am here to do a reading for today, June the 19th. I'm going to do an astrology reading for the collective. Some of these zodiac signs may be feeling strongest energies right now. I'll mention them and then we will clarify with some tarot. We're going to keep going. I am using my spirit box session over here too. So if you hear something, I've got that playing. I was burned. I'm going to turn it down a little bit because it just throws off some random things. But that message is like someone here has been burned and you're being encouraged to keep going is what the spirits are saying. That are on the other side that are using this device to speak to us right now. Some of you guys do need some help because you feel like you've been burned. Okay, I'm hearing scarred as well. Okay, but let's go ahead and get into your reading. I'm going to be using this in tarot. You will get victory and success over this, but ego is got something to do with how this all turns out for us in the end. How well we respond to things, how we respond to others, and they respond to us. Ego is important, but we don't want to use it in a negative in negative ways. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and start by saying that Jupiter is currently in Cancer. It's been there for over a year. It's getting ready to move into Leo. When Jupiter enters Cancer, Cancer is a water sign and they are cardinal energy. And Jupiter is right at home in Cancer energy. It's its favorite zodiac sign to hang out with. So they've been best buds for a while now. Jupiter is expansion, luck, prosperity. It's, your money's house. It wants to expand and bring good luck. So, and in Cancer energy is about mother energy, home, um, just fourth house energy, which is, motherhood and, taking control of that domain of nurturing family and things like that and children. So, big emphasis on expansions of the home right now. Um, that is going to be shifting here soon. It does kind of depend on where the planets are in what house it is in. So, since this is a collective reading, um, I can't tell where this is going to be impacting you the most. For me, it's in my seventh house, which is my partnerships and collaborations and things like that. So I'm experiencing this in a manner that is requiring me to expand in a cooperative measure of expansion in partnerships with my partner, my spouse, in the home. And there's a lot of good luck there with that. So that's what that would mean for me. For you, it could mean, say, you have the Jupiter in Cancer in your 10th house. This might mean you have a home-based business that you're working on that is going to be expanding, and your public image and career and legacy is probably really being seen at this time. Okay. That's why it's important to know your natal chart. I do offer natal chart readings. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, please reach out. Now, Saturn is in Aries right now. Now, Saturn, it likes Aries too. So everybody seems to be pretty happy hanging out with their best buds right now. Saturn in Aries does require you to have a more strict, disciplined, practical nature about what you want, about me, myself, and I. Aries is the eyes. It's about our independence. It's about our individualities and being structured in that and stable and grounded, making sure that we are leaving a good public image. Okay. Capricorn energies ruled by Saturn. So you could have Capricorn strong placements or Aries. For me, Saturn in Aries is in my third house, which has to do with my siblings, my community, my neighbors, my local community, grocery stores, department stores, all that kind of stuff. So for me, Saturn wants you to be disciplined, and it's a little restrictive. It's not flamboyant. It doesn't want to, it's not like Jupiter, like, ooh, just, all out there. It's very tight, restricted, hard work, do the work, do the hard work. So right now for me, my public image could probably use some work, and I need to make sure I'm keeping my appearances up as well as physical and character wise in the community. Okay. Now, Venus is in Leo. And with Venus in Leo, it is a very playful, creative, sensual energy, probably very sexual energy, high drive, passion, playfulness, childlike energies as well, maybe wanting just to get outside in nature more and spend more time in the sun, and so forth. Now, Leo is not ruled by a planet, they are ruled by the sun. So, Leo brings exposure to a lot of things. When they come around, their light is so bright that they just shine a light onto everything, and things just come out to the surface that maybe have been hidden. So, with this being with Venus in Leo, this could be hidden feelings of love or luxury, because Venus is about stability and finances and uh, security and beauty and love and light. And in Leo, in my chart, it's in the eighth house, which is very mysterious. It's about secrets. Okay, so there could be some secret passions that you have um at this time where Venus is stirring up some desires that have been hidden. Those could come to the surface. You might find yourself desiring things and not being able to hide from those feelings anymore, or that desire. It's being highly encouraged for you to and supported at this time to allow yourself to love and be loved like the goddess of love truly wants you to. And it might be a place where it's done in secret, because the eighth house is the house of secrets. It's a dark house. It's taboo. It is the house of sex and money, other people's money. Um, so occultism, mysteries, stuff like that. All right. So moving on, we have the moon is in Virgo. Now, the moon is basically our emotions. We are the water, it's the people, it's how we feel. And with it being in Virgo, this is shining a light on our daily routines, our pets, our animals, our health regimes. How do we feel about ourselves? How do we feel about our daily routines? Are we afraid or fearful or uncertain about anything? It's time to, manifest or uh, bring awareness to those daily routines. Now, for me, it's in the eighth house again, which has got to be, health. Maybe some health concerns need to be looked at. Some things that have been hidden in that area. Or just in my daily job or routines, things like that. The moon is a good time to set intentions and to release things. So there might be some things that we need to release, or some new intentions that we need to make in our concerning, the house of Virgo, which is typically the sixth house. But again, depending on where it is in your natal chart, mine's in the eighth house. So moving on, uh, Chiron, the wounded warrior comet, is an astrological point, and it has been in Aries for a while now. And with it being in Aries, it really is shining a light on wounds that have to do with your identity. And it makes and forces you to stand true in your own skin and be truly who you are, in your self independence and identity, and healing any kind of wounds you have about looks or security or independence or of those natures. It's moving into Taurus, which is the house of money and security and stability. So uh, we're going to be seeing some shifts and changes in healing some areas of being teachable on how to handle money, new ways of creating resources, new ways of stability. Mine is in the fourth house, which is my home. So my home would be getting going through that for the next several years, a focus on healing wounds in the home. And That's awesome. So, but if it was for you, say it was in your, I'd say, your 10th house sector again, that's Capricorn, that's your career. What if it's there? Well, some of you guys could be getting into a season of retirement or change, being in unsatisfied positions of not being valued or appreciated for your work. You could be looking at making some big time public image changes and career changes only for the purpose of healing. Okay, because Chiron exposes wounds so that they can be healed. All right. The sun is in Cancer at this time, so happy birthday, Cancerians. And so the sun, Mercury, and Jupiter, there is a stellium. Those are all in the seventh house right now, at least for me. But there, when you have a stellium, it's when you have three, super planets or powers all conjuncted together with the sun, the Mercury, and the Jupiter. So what would that mean? That would mean the sun would be bringing enlightenment. Mercury would be bringing communication, and Jupiter will be bringing expansion and luck. So there is time for us to have these discussions, these conversations, these ideas, new technology I'm seeing, even this AI stuff that we're all getting used to. There's a lot going on right now with it. Things need to be talked about. I think we're in a Mercury retrograde right now too. I'm not sure. So there could be a miscommunication. If that's the case, miscommunications could really be exploding, and that would be not a good thing. So I have this stellium in my seventh house, which would be with my partnerships. So a lot of truthful conversations coming out, communications. Um, Depending on where that is in your chart, let's just say if it's in your fourth house of your home, you might be having real intimate conversations with, your kids. Say it's in Gemini. You might be having a lot of communications and expansion and exposure in your community or with your siblings, that kind of energy. Okay. All right. So moving forward, that's the astrology that we are looking at right now. So I'm going to do a shuffle for right now. We have Cancer, Aries, Leo, Taurus, who are having the most planetary action. So check out your placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Let's get us some messages from the divine. Holy Spirit, guides, and angels, please keep us protected in this reading. What messages do you have for the collective today concerning these planetary alignments? How would they be affecting us today? And particularly with the K2 Chiron moving into Taurus. All right, we have the Three of Wands coming out. They're saying that you are the manifester of your life, your dreams. You are the manifester of your life. So someone here is getting an answered prayer. Their ships are coming in. Someone here has turned their back on a situation that no longer is serving them or working for them, and they are looking out to expand, like Jupiter wants to do. This is Wands, so it's fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Remember, we have a lot of energy in Leo and Aries right now. Saturn is in Aries, and Venus is in Leo. And so, you're taking a look at what you really truly want. And this is for a person that's taken the time to meditate and pray and ask for what they want. You're getting exactly what you want. Okay, so that's for someone here. All right, so Jupiter in Cancer, Saturn in Aries, Venus in Leo, Moon in Virgo. Somebody, I'm hearing you're going to have to do the work behind the scenes. All right, I've got Virgo here. I was just looking at the moon being in Virgo. And this is being the wise guide, the wise teacher. Some things are going to have to be contained. There's a lot of healing inside of this lantern. This is a hope, a wish, a dream. This is the star card. It's being contained in a lantern right now. So you need to contain your dreams, your visions, your um, this wish fulfillment, because there is some time of retrospection that I'm hearing that is required. He is also carrying a staff. So he wants to help us make sure that what we're manifesting is stable and practical. Virgo energy is very practical. So remember, we were talking about manifesting and releasing some things. There's going to be releasing, turning your back on some things, and you're going to be manifesting, receiving some new things. But keep it to yourself right now. Keep it to yourself. This is the wise teacher, the wise guide. This is a spirit guide as well. It is a Virgo. All right, moving forward. What else do we have here? So, with this wounded warrior moving into the Taurus money house of money and security, we're going to need that guidance. We're going to need that practicality on a daily basis, okay? We're going to have to manifest, I'm hearing, on a daily basis, okay? So, what else do we have here? We have all right. I did not ask a question. So, this is why okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, death card, death and transformation, Scorpio energy. Okay. Um, this is change and transformation. Something's got to change, something's got to give, or something is over. Okay. Now, I do have a King of Pentacles, which is a Capricorn. It can be Taurus or Virgo, taking a financial loss. So, this is turning your back on something that could potentially cause you a financial loss. I've got the Nine of Swords, but it's in the reverse. So I almost feel like somebody could really screw up and make some sort of bad financial decisions or business matters. This needs to be healed because Chiron is moving into Taurus. This is about your money house, your stability. Somebody's upside down on in the books. They're in the red, but I think that you're coming out of it, but it's going to take some time. The Nine of Swords in the upright is sleepless nights, worried about the bills, worried about your stability, worried about your security, and you're out of balance. You're ungrounded. And this king here has got a lot of responsibilities. This is a mature grown adult, and it's not pretty. It's not a fun picture. Something does have to change. Okay. Now, I do see underneath there, we've got the Two of Wands. Now, this is putting the prayer out there. Some of you guys haven't manifested what you want yet, but you will, you can. Okay. It's not too late to get on board. It's never too late to make changes, but you do need to pray. This is the world in your hands. You need to pray about what this change looks like for you. Okay. Now, some of you guys are going to be coming out of some serious debt with the Five of Pentacles and the reverse. If you were homeless, that's going to change. If you've been struggling financially, that's going to change. I'm hearing if you have a poverty mindset from being raised poor, that is going to change. This is a mindset. It's going to change. Okay. This guy here, we got to get you in the upright. So no worrying about security, stability that is causing you to not get where you want to go. You're not getting the answers you're looking for. Something has to give. Something has to change. And I'm hearing unapologetically, unapologetically, it's time for us to stand up in our power and take control over our stability and our security unapologetically. Okay. Okay. All right, Spirit, what else do you have for us right now? We've got birthdays in Cancer right now. Any messages for our Cancerians that you would like to share? We have Jupiter in Cancer and we have the Sun in Cancer. So that's lots of expansion and exposure for the Cancerians. What's this looking like for them today? We have the Judgment card in the reverse. Interesting. And then we have a Tower. And then we have the Lovers in the reverse. Okay. In the world? Something is definitely getting exposed. Um, ooh, heartbreak. Something is a heartbreak. It's a heartache, nothing but a heartbreak. Okay, shoot. Gosh darn it, Cancerians. Some of you guys are going through breakups. The Lover's card in the reverse. Um, the Three of Swords in the reverse. It feels like it's something that it's just needed to be blown up for a while. Maybe it was a bad judgment call with the Judgment call in the reverse. It's like a crossroads, but blocked. It's a decision that needs to be made, but hasn't been made. It's bad. It's not good luck. It's kind of like bad judgment. So someone here's used some bad judgment calls, Cancer. It's called a tower moment. Two people are being blown off of this temple. Their house is being blown apart. Okay. I've got the lovers in the reverse, Gemini energy. This is a decision that was made that was not for the best and highest good of everyone involved here. Three of swords in the reverse. It does feel like, I mean, three of swords is still a heartbreak, but it's in the reverse. It's kind of like it's not hurting as much anymore. It's like you can only have a broken heart so many times to where you're just over it. The tower comes in and blows it up and says, you know what? My heart is getting hard. I'm going to harden my heart. I'm going to swallow my tears. I'm going to turn and I'm going to leave you here. Okay. So somebody's going through some relationship issues, Cancer. That's what they're showing me. It is time for a change. If this is your message, you'll know it. I don't have to, predict some sort of false prophecy to you, or you don't have to manifest a self-fulfilling prophecy. If it's not your story, it's not. But I mean, it's a big planet, so obviously there's a lot of things going on in the world. Okay, so shoot. Darn it. Let's see. What else do we have for the collective today? Final messages. Let's do this. Let's get you some Akashic records. Messages from the Akashic records. My spirit guides, Holy Spirit guides, and angels keep us protected, always feeling safe, helping us to navigate through choppy waters. Thank you for the hermit to be here to be a guide. Thank you for death to be here to bring in change and transformation that needs to happen. Thank you for relationships that were not supposed to be the ending. You know, I kind of remember praying this way before, giving thanks to spirit for what is not for you being exposed. Leo energy. Spirit, what do you have from the Akashic records? Thank you. Well, you got a blank slate. You get to, like, I'm seeing it as an easel of one of those boards you can take a marker and write on and wipe it off. So write your plans, write down your plans, but give God the eraser. You can always change those plans. Right now, there's a blank slate set before you. You get to write your story. Okay. Akashic records. Somebody needs to write their book. Somebody needs to tell their story. Jump in. All right. Spirit is telling you to jump in. All righty. That looks like jellyfish. Somebody here is in the ocean. They're telling you to jump in. You are being asked to take a chance and give whatever you are questioning a try. The stars will never align in just the right way. Sometimes you have to take the leap anyway. And this is that time. So it is time for change. It's time to jump in, all in, like the fool. I'm all in. I'm all in. And don't be afraid of drowning. Don't be afraid of predators in the sea. Yeah, jellyfish, they can sting. They can. But it's not a permanent sting. It's just a temporary one. All right, Spirit has saying acceptance. All right, we're going to have to be fully in full acceptance, the butterfly, change and transformation, accepting the fact that change comes to us all. You may be disappointed with the recent outcome. Yeah. Remember, if one door closes, you are being redirected to one that will soon open to your true soul path. So some doors are closing. Definitely. Some doors are closing and others are opening. Final messages from Spirit. Have a courageous heart and be your true, authentic self. So we talked about how Chiron's been in Aries for all these, like, I don't know, what is it, 7 years, 14 years, 14 years, I think, and that's been doing the work of the independent wounds of our, identity. Those identity wounds have been healed. So, authenticity, be your divine self at all times. You weren't designed to fit in, break away from expectations, and fully express yourself in your own unique way, and you'll be a magnet for success. A magnet for success. Courageous heart. It takes courage to follow your heart, especially when the path is unknown. Your heart knows the way. Trust it and let it lead you to your true destiny. So, your destiny is calling. Your true destiny is calling you today. Will you accept? Will you jump in? 1, 2, 3, jump. Let's go, folks. I'm with you all the way. Firestorm Shan here. Happy to be a part of your life. Happy you're here with me. Looking forward to getting my she shed established in my studio. Still working on it. See, things take time. I've been working on this for about 7 years, y'all. And I just keep doing what I do wherever I can until I manifest exactly what I'm looking for. So, I am looking for my studio to be done. I do think it's going to be done by the end of the summer or this fall. And I do plan on having my shop open for tarot readings for the local community soon. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me through Zoom or YouTube or a personal phone call, if you just want to stop by my shop here where I work, you're welcome to. I can always close the gates for about 30 minutes and give you a personal reading. My schedule's so flexible right now. The world is my oyster, and I'm ready to create it. I'm ready to create that new world, and I'm ready to do it with you. All right, folks. God bless. Until next time, much love. Mwah.